Now it's time for us to speak to Professor Zoran Mitrovic, who is the CEO of Mitrovic Development and Research Institute and the official expert of the European Commission Research Executive Agency. Hi, Prof.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Nice, thanks, and glad to chat again.
All right. So let's get straight into it. Today we are talking about social media scams. How rampant are social media scams?
We are all on some kind of social media. So what we're doing there, we're giving our information for free.
Okay.
So bad people have not to ask us to give some sensitive information. We do it freely, and then they misuse it to trick us using something like social engineering, which is actually a fancy term for tricking people into giving private information or access. So it is kind of digital camouflage that they use, and getting data from something we call your open source intelligence, like a Facebook, like your Twitter, your Instagram, or whatever it is.
Right.
So
right.
it is.
Right. So how do we know which one is, which information that comes to us is a scam?
But information, it is usually something that asks you to do something urgently, do something straight away, and they manipulate with our emotions like helpfulness, trust, and we respond to strong emotions quickly just to kind of deal with the problem that they serve in front of us. Because it is fake a problem. Yes.
Of persons who are not really literate and have to use digital tools. What are some of the safeguards they can use to keep safe, especially when they have to use their mobile phones and other digital devices, but are not really sophisticated to understand how some of these things work? What are some of the very basic ways they can keep safe?
But first of all, it is a basic hygiene. So we have to prevent people to come into our devices easily by having weak passwords and that kind of things. But we basically cannot prevent some of bad people to come into our devices with our own accounts. It depends who they are. If they are, for example, organized criminal groups or state-sponsored groups, there is no protection. Fortunately, they are not interested in us, ordinary people. But other bad actors can misuse, abuse everything what we post on the social media, and then first of all avoid sharing sensitive information, whatever device you have. Is it a smart or you use your laptop or phone? Stop sharing your sensitive information, like your location, your birth dates. They can use it to check your ID numbers, etc., etc. So just the basic hygiene of first, whatever you do and whatever device you use online.
Interesting. Prof, again, based on your expertise, right, will you say a country like Ghana is catching up with the pace with which some of these AI scams are happening? And what will you say are some of the ways we can also, as a country, mitigate the effects of AI-related scams?
Yeah, that's a good question, because AI scams are now getting prevalent. So not just Ghana, whole world, and especially developing countries that don't have developed AI for protection. So to counter AI scams, we have to use AI again. So first of all, how we use that. We use AI to help us, for example, craft a strong password. Then we use AI to check if some little movie or clip is really actually deep fake or fake movie or not, yeah. But again, we have to be very careful when AI is in question, because AI can hallucinate and give us false positives or false negatives. In other words, it makes a story for us that we will believe. They will say to us, no, it's not scam. You really can click on that, yeah. So then can be biased and bad actors can poison your prompts to trick AI to craft for them some malicious software to trick us. So it's not easy for us humans to directly perceive what is asking. So we must develop AI capacity and capabilities of people to use AI to defense against AI scams.
Interesting. Talk to us around how academia in Ghana and industry can work together to also safeguard, the country against cybersecurity threats. You're a professor, you are also in industry. So how can academia and industry come together, to safeguard all of the cybersecurity threats we face as a country, here in Ghana?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. Yeah, I mean, there must be cooperation, not just between industry and academia, but government must come into the play. And then we must also have international cooperation, particularly when you talk about Africa, inter-Africa cooperation, like this one, yes, South Africa, Ghana. So you know that at universities we teach theories, we teach, models, etc., etc. But academics, they are not in the industry. Also in the industry, they don't know exactly how to apply that, in proper settings. So then we need expertise of the industry that will say about nitty-gritties, and we have to get it together to make something workable for ordinary people. In other words, to translate academic stuff into practical stuff in which industry is much more experienced. So
Interesting.
basically that's it.
I would want you to also talk to us briefly around cybersecurity training and also the research gaps, because again, for a country like Ghana, with the fast pace of the industry and how technology is moving, some experts within the space feel like we are lagging behind as a country. So what should be the training priorities, and how can we also beef up research, for institutions like the Data Protection Commission, for institutions like the Cybersecurity Authority here in Ghana, to catch up with modern trends and also train, local capacity to meet the demands for a fast-moving industry?
Yeah, that's a crucial question, not just in Ghana, and in whole Africa and all developing countries. Yeah, how to, how to cooperate, how you actually again merge that, and how you build capacity. I was fortunate to craft two South African national policies on e-skills, on capacity development for humans, users of technology, in this case AI technology. And then you got the two kind of capacities that you have to develop. You have to develop your AI developing capacities, development of AI, that means technical capacities, and you have to have develop capacities of the users using AI beneficially. If people don't know how to use it beneficially, if they fall for tricks, as I mentioned, hallucination or the other one is bias. So there is no good option if we don't merge those two capacities, technical capacities and people capacities, to use that. And then research comes here to tell us how to use it in a particular settings. It is not the same in the US, in the UK, in Europe, or Africa, Ghana, even not Ghana in South Africa, because you've got something something particular, your particular culture that you have to put into your thinking when you design the skills programs, skills enhancing program. Yeah, so it's not the same. Yeah, I'm always in favor to giving that African flavor to whatever we do. After 30 and something years in Africa, you can see I'm almost more African than European. Yeah. So.
Interesting. Prof. Zoran, talk to us also around how a country like Ghana should focus, on, and I'm referring to government. So in Ghana, we have a government program, right, which is seeking to train 1 million coders. So talk to us around how we can also streamline our priorities to look out for issues around AI related, aspects of this. 1 million coders. Others have said maybe it should have been in AI, for example. Others have said it should have been in other technology-based fields. So what should be the priority of the government in ensuring that we also catch up with the modern trends?
Yeah, first of all, the government is there to make enabling environment, not to teach people. Universities and colleges, and even private organizations can teach people. Government must make environment, viable for that, for other people, universities and industry come and teach people. So that is a government policy. 1 million to train 1 million people, it's okay. But do we have an infrastructure for that?
Yeah.
If we have infrastructure in place, that's the first thing the government has to give us infrastructure that we can do any teaching. In technology, if you want to use it beneficially, there is some kind of a model that says access, adoption, appropriation. It is for all technology, including AI. That means you first give people access, whether it is user, whether it's people in research, developing data, the access to technology, which means infrastructure and access to particular technology. Then, second is adoption. We teach people how to use that.
Yeah.
And the third one is appropriation. We teach people how to use that beneficially in certain context.
Interesting.
Whether it's at the university for teaching, whether it is for ordinary users to use it for everyday work and life.
So access, adoption, and appropriation. I hope I got you.
That's one of bundles.
I hope I got you correctly.
Yes.
Amazing. My final question to you is, how would a robust, cybersecurity environment for Ghana look like? Assuming government is minded to address all of the issues you've raised today, just very briefly, talk about access, you talk about adoption, you talk about appropriation. If government wants to work on all of these issues, how would a very safe environment look like? How would success within the cybersecurity space look like, again, for a country like Ghana?
Yeah, but again, like similar countries, developing countries, you have to have certain policies that will make that enabling environment. So there is no, in this short space, I cannot tell you all elements, but they have to make good environment for development. But underlying everything what I said so far is for government to foster development of cybersecurity culture among citizens, all of us. So professionals, ordinary citizens, cybersecurity culture first of all. So if we have a behavior, good behavior, with the cybersecurity, which comes from top, always from government in the country or executives in an organization, then we, on top of that, we can build everything. We can build trust, we can build environment, we can be comfortable learning, etc., etc. So it is first about government policies, and we can, at the digital boundary, we can help. We can help with government policies. As I said, first education. When you enable access, adoption, and appropriation of technology, AI in this case, then you have now to educate masses to use that. It is not beneficial if it's just a few people. Ghana's got about 30 and something million people.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not enough that 5 million people learn about that. Yeah, so the country cannot advance. You will have then that gap. Yeah, you know what we have, what we call that technology gap. Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
All right. So, Prof, yeah. So before we let you go, what are some tips that you will actually give people watching you right now? I mean, not everybody is tech savvy. So what are the simple tips that you can actually give people right now to protect themselves when it comes to probably the social media scams or things that we need to know around, you know, this cyberspace?
Yeah, but what we mentioned so far in our little videos and in our discussions here, that's cybersecurity hygiene, yeah, basic one. Yeah, secure your account with a good password or two-factor authentication, yeah, or even three factors, yeah. So first of all, secure access to your account.
Okay.
Then, when you are in, be careful what you share. Even your people that want a job at some company, people at that company, HR people will check your social media. If they post something, you know, carelessly, they can be eliminated as candidates. Never mind that the hackers can use it, bad people can use it to make a video, fake videos, what we call deep fakes, and say something that you never say, but they put it on social media like you said it. Yeah. So just don't share excessively. If you go on your Facebook and you said, "Oh, I'm having a nice time in Maldives. I'm going to stay here until the end of October." What did you say to people? Come to my home and rob me. So these basic things must be basics. So I advise people to watch our series first of all, and if they want more, they can contact us at Digital and Bounded, and we will help them gladly.
Prof. Zoran, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
One of my favorite footballers is called Mitrovic. Do you know him?
Alexander.
Yeah. Do you watch him?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. I like his game a lot, and I also like your game in the AI and cybersecurity space. Thank you so much for all that you're doing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
All right.
So yeah, Prof. Zoran Mitrovic, and for football lovers, I'm not sure he's related, but yeah, you know, if you're a football lover, I'm sure you've come across the footballer as well. And I was just ending on that note with him. Chris, no, that's serious.
It's very serious.
You know, you know, we talk about it, but if you've not been a victim of it, you don't appreciate it, you know. And people say, "Oh, I'm too smart to fall victim to the threats of cybersecurity," but you don't know. Maybe you may not fall victim, but somebody close to you might be victim of it. So that's why it's important we send a message out there.
So even countries fall victim of it.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, so see, I think that we need to continue the conversation, and I'm so happy that we've taken it upon ourselves as a media organization for the whole month of October.
Yeah.
So whilst we push breast cancer awareness, we are also pushing this. And I don't know about you, but I've had like quite some positive feedback with all that we're doing. So for example, on Monday when we discussed one of the issues, I had somebody say, "Oh, send me the link to the conversation you have today," you know, because they wanted to go back and pay more attention to some of the things we discussed. So I think we're making significant progress or steady progress.
Right.
You know, so yeah, amazing.
Anyway.